Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Sunday, November 22nd, 6:04 a.m. here in the Arizona desert, and it is a glorious morning. I love the sound of limit orders buying in the morning. Here we go. Ever since October 8th, when we had a beautiful break above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. If you notice, every time we come back to the 200 moving average, we've been bouncing off of it. I know it's a short time frame, but I've extended it out quite a ways so we can see what's going on here. Okay, watch every time. One, I could do little circles here, but my CPU is kind of maxed out, so maybe I just won't. Okay, yeah, they won't render. So here's the deal. Every time we bounce, like here and here and here and here and here, here and here and here and here, and once again today here, what happens? We're bouncing off the 45-minute chart. To me, when you're above the 200 moving average in a 45-minute chart, especially with Bitcoin, it's kind of a magical thing. You're good to go. So it was obvious that we were getting a little overextended on this run, and we took a little bit of a good dump this morning, but we bounced perfectly off the 200 moving average, which is definitely an expected thing. No problem at all. The 200 moving average is right now sitting around 17,821, and that's kind of where we bounced, even though it was a wick. So we kind of wicked to there and passed that a little bit. I think it may have been down to like 17,600 we wicked to. But regardless, this definitely has, if you look, whenever we bounce, look back here to November 2nd through like November 3rd, we were bouncing below the 200 moving average. We actually hit the 314 a little bit, and what was happening there? Directional index definitely in the red. ADX was accelerating into that dump, but then of course we bounced, and you see the recovery. So if you look historically, the directional index and the ADX is a great indicator for this, and of course you can also look at the stochastic and RSI and many others. But basically we dumped, the ADX accelerated into it, that directional index is definitely in the red, and now we're already, if I can get this to move, here we go, and now we are already making a bounce. Look at that. Is that just not insane? Is that not glorious? I'm sorry about that. Is that not glorious? That is a perfect 200 moving average bounce with a slight wick below it. I mean, wonderful. So directional index will now recover into the green. ADX will continue to go sideways. And boom, perfect bounce. And look at that stochastic and the RSI. Now with this little dump, we are nice and cleared out. And we got plenty of room to rocket ship to Pluto. So like I say, why am I up a little bit early today? It was the sound of limit orders filling. Yep, I had limit orders all the way down because it was getting a little weak looking. Now, with that said, let's look at the market in general here. Bitcoin coming in at 18,046 right now, down about 3.5%. Last 24 hours, Ethereum, it held up. It's up 0.73%, 526. Let's see if we get back over that $550 psychological level for Monday. XRP still up in the green, 43 cents. That is wonderful. Litecoin, it is down 3%. And Link did not hold out. Look at little Cardano. It stayed in the green. It is a wonderful, wonderful day in the market. A mix of green and red, but dominance is down a little bit. It's at 66.23%. So even with Bitcoin taking that massive dump, the market did not go completely red. I'm digging that. If you ask me, not financial advice. I'm a crazy person. Don't listen to me. Always listen to the World Economic Forum and get ready for the Great Reset. With that said, not financial advice, of course, but I think this is really bullish, not only for Bitcoin with the dominance going down a little bit, but I think it's really bullish for the alt market because it didn't go completely red and it's recovering. That's wonderful. I'm doing a trade, ETH versus Bitcoin. It didn't stop out, still in the green. That is wonderful. So with that said, volume last 24 hours, 2.9 billion on a Sunday? That's insane. So 1.6 billion of that on Binance, of course, but check out Coinbase, 400 million. I do think before 2020 is over, we're going to see a $1 billion day on Coinbase. People give the AOL of exchanges a hard time, I know, but people who've got a lot of money and like the security of it do trade in and out on Coinbase because it does have pro.coinbase.com. And Kraken, 221 million, and Bitfinex, 209 million. Wow. Serious volume going on today with this dump, and where's that volume coming from? Oh, probably Long's getting wrecked and Grayscale buying it up. With that said, longs 40% on Binance right now, and shorts 59%. Let me refresh this real quickly. Let me refresh this. Come on, sorry for the delay. Come on, a little faster. All right, yeah, 40% longs, 59% shorts. I think that sentiment, even though it is short, is going to turn around rather quickly. Where do I think Bitcoin's going to go? Well, if we go to 0 for a fib, all the way to our all-time highs, as you notice, if we do get back to that all-time high and we break above that, the next fib level above the negative .0236 is 24,688. So if we get past this 20K barrier, if we keep on the way up, that could very well be a target to start to consider, what am I going to do next? I know we hear a lot of people saying, oh, it's got to retrace, it's got to retrace, it's got to retrace, I want to buy more. You know what? The people saying that, bless you. If you're saying that based on TA, that's fine. But I can't tell you how many people I've met the last 3 years who are in crypto are always waiting for the great retrace. And you know what? They watch life go by. Will you please stop doing that? Not financial advice. But look at this glorious, glorious chart here. I mean, started back in October. We got above the 200 moving average with a beautiful pump. And look at that. We're bouncing above it. We're staying above it. So try this time frame out. 45 minutes on the 45-minute chart. 200 moving average. Try it. Watch this. While we're staying above this, it's a powerful, powerful sign. And we've been bouncing off it for quite a while. And we bounced off it again. And now we have a great setup on the indicators to continue up. We've shaken off a little bit that we needed to keep going. Another great, great, super great, awesome great, absolutely profound great time frame for Bitcoin is the 4-hour chart. And if you look here, wow. Sorry that my CPU is blowing up and this can't really re-render fast. But we are well above the 200 moving average. We had a little bit of a dip this morning, not a big deal. Directional index was green, has turned slightly green. We're just going on a slight downtrend because, really when you're going up, when you're going down, it looks kind of like a sawtooth, This is a natural motion on the way up. And check this out. Now the ADX, I'm sorry, not the ADX. Now the stochastic and the RSI, sorry, gosh. It's early morning. Now the stochastic and the RSI are, boom, at the bottom, ready to move. I'm telling you what, this is an interesting day. It's like a monster truck race. You might have a whole seat, but you only need the edge today. So, a very cool indicator by a guy named Sharzo, Bollinger Bands Fibonacci ratios. I put this in the show notes. I'm going to start using this a little bit more. I kind of gotten away from it last couple, year or two, but I really do like it. So let's look at the daily chart. And you can see that the MACD did definitely on the daily chart did sort of, it's trending negative. The histogram is closing a little bit after that dump, and we have a red candle. But we shall see how that goes. We're still well above the 200 moving average. We're still trending up, upwards channel. It's beautiful. A 12-hour chart. Let's look at that. Red candle, but now it's a green candle on this current 12-hour chart. And the MACD, it could go either way. It's negative right now. We'll see which way that goes. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, red candle, but now it's a green candle. Beautiful, beautiful. As we recover, MACD is negative. We'll see how that goes. I like to see a positive 4-hour MACD, but let's see how this day goes, especially as we roll into Monday later. Looking at a 2-hour chart. All right, all these are still well above the 200 moving average. If you look here at the chart, you can see within the this beautiful Bollinger Bands and these Fibonacci numbers within it, Fibonacci levels within it, we're bouncing at an expected spot there on the 2-hour. And of course, yes, MACD is negative, but it could easily turn around. So we definitely took a hit this morning, but we are turning around profoundly positively. We can go back to that 45-minute chart one more time. You know what? This computer is dumping on me here, so you know what? We won't. We'll just leave it at the 4-hour chart. All right. Let's look at Ethereum versus USDT. Okay, boom. Took a dump, and now we're on a green candle. It's beautiful. We are well above the 200 moving average. As you can see, recently we had a nice bounce off of it. Back here on November 3rd, boom, and Ethereum USD has been a rocket ship to Pluto. We are still, we have beautiful green directional index, and the ADX is in a beautiful spot at 30, and the RSI stochastic is now getting to the bottom of the channel there, so the bottom of the bottom, so it can now turn up. All right, Litecoin, it's been a rocket ship to Pluto, a big red candle today. Directional index is good, ADX is good. Stochastic RSI at the top. They still think could go sideways for a while. That was quite a wick. If anybody had a buy order in, you're probably happy. I don't see any reason why this guy's going to turn around. It'll probably continue up as if Bitcoin does. Looking at XRP versus US dollar. Okay, still well above the 200 moving average. This is a 45-minute chart. It looks beautiful. It dumped with Bitcoin today. Now it's a little bit of sideways. If we do look here in the chart, I would draw a little box, but like I say, I think this computer's about to dump on me, so there we go. You can see there is previous support and resistance in the chart, and if I did a VPVR to show the visible volume range, you would see there's a beautiful spike in a buy-sell volume right here. So definitely this is a good support line. Not surprising that we wicked below it. Now we're bouncing off of it as we had done previously. So, you know, XRP, hopes and dreams, people. The directional index is a little bit flaccid, and the ADX is going the wrong way. Also, but the stochastic and the RSI are definitely in a spot where they can now turn up. So I think that it definitely has. I keep an eye on this guy here. We might see more sideways than up for a little bit on this one, but let's see how we roll into Monday. I would just be watching. If I was gonna hop in here, I'd probably put a tight stop around, 40 cents even, about 40, like 40.4096. Probably where I'd put a stop if I wanted to play it really tight and try to make some money going into Monday if XRP gets back on that rocket ship to Pluto. Not financial advice, of course. This is entertainment purposes only. Only listen to the World Economic Forum and enjoy the great reset that's on the way. All right. With that said, looking at Digibyte versus BTC, I like this one. We've had a beautiful upward channel going for a while. We broke above the 200 moving average and the 314 powerfully. That's what this blue diamond states. We've been rocket shipping. We've been trying to go. Wicks usually point where something wants to go. Digibyte versus Bitcoin wants to party. It bounced off the 200 moving average. It wicked through it this morning. Now it's back up. We're getting some sideways momentum here. Definitely building, definitely hanging out where we have previous support and resistance in the chart. And I'm sure a VPVR would show a beautiful volume spike right there if I could get it to launch, but it's not today. The directional index is green, ADX is beautiful, and the stochastic RSI has got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful open space, a beautiful open sky to crank up and continue. Let's see if we get a turnaround for Digibyte. I'm rooting for it. Some news. As Western Union ends U.S. Cuba transfers, Cubans eye Bitcoin options. Well, hey, globalist power control gangster globalists. I mean, what do you expect? Look at this. Bitcoin's kicking your ass. Fine. You want to shut the world down if they don't play your game? Well, they'll just use Bitcoin, and we'll all just enjoy the moon together while the dark empire falls, while the Iron Bank rusts. All right, Black Friday sale. Offer starts in 18 hours. This is TradingView, Black Friday. I linked to this in the show notes. Big, 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 big deal. This is the one chance you get every year to get your Bitcoin, get your Pro, upgrade yourself if you want, keep going, whatever. It's a glorious thing. If you use TradingView, do not miss this. This is your chance once a year to really get a good deal on your next year of good stuff. I'm not using this yet. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think I linked to it in the show notes because it's really cool. This guy, Caretaker, he makes the most amazing indicators. And this one here, historical volatility percentile indicator, I'm still trying to understand exactly how this thing works, but I'll link to it in the show notes. I think it's got some serious power. We'll start mentioning it. I just don't quite have it down well enough, but if you guys want to start checking it out, it's pretty absolutely badass. Once again, BitcoinDailyView.com. All this cool stuff is linked to, and some cool interviews that I've done recently. There's a Telegram group. Come join the conversation, and I will see you guys Monday morning. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a glorious week, and don't listen to the people giving you this weak-ass line about Bitcoin has to retrace. No, it doesn't. They're losers. They just watch their lives go by while they, just screw them. Talk to you later.